안녕하세요, 여러분. Justin here from 신디샘TV. Today I got a special guest with us, Brent Meske. Meske?
Meske.
Oh my God, Brent Meske. He's been living in Korea now for about 14 years?
14 years.
14 years. He has a master's in TESOL from the University of Southern California, and he's been teaching at a university here for over 7 years. But the reason that we have him with us today, and the amazing things that we're going to talk about, is that he's published over 14 books while living here in Korea, mostly aimed towards young adults. He's won awards for his books. His books are taught in the public schools in Arizona to sixth graders, right?
Sixth graders.
Yeah, so he's had an amazing amount of success being published and writing books here in Korea. And I think it's going to be, there's a lot that we can learn from him, both about the process of writing books, how writing can help your children, and also about English education in general. Yeah, did I leave anything out?
That's it. We got it.
Yeah. So, you've been living here for 14 years, huh?
2006, I came here.
What brought you here originally?
I sort of tripped and fell and landed on an airplane.
There's a lot of people like that, huh?
No, I had trouble finding a teaching job back in Michigan, in USA, and I got a job offer at a hagwon to teach in 2006. And so I came over. I had no idea what to expect, and it was pretty amazing. So this was the first time I made real money. And
you had just come out of university or your master's program?
Just come out of university. I did the master's here, online. It was one of the first years that online masters were being offered in person.
Okay.
So the classroom was virtual classroom. Everybody had their webcams. So we saw everybody's faces. We could talk face to face.
So that's like way ahead of the curve because like everything is like that now.
Everything is like that now. But this was, 2011.
Woo!
So
you're a visionary in a lot of different ways, huh?
I can see the future.
Oh my God.
So what that meant was sometimes I had classes at midnight or 2 a.m.
Oh, because it was all on American time?
Yep. And I had just had my child. And I was teaching full time.
Oh, you're a brave man. Brave man. But you got through it and you're better for it. When when you came here, were you already writing? When did you start writing?
Yeah, I started writing in about 2004. I was trying to do a poem a day, which was terrible. It was the worst writing. I went up to short stories. I would do a short story all the time. Just try to write every day.
This sounds like a really good point for us to start on because it sounds like what you're saying is when you first began, you had to just push yourself to keep writing, even if the writing was terrible.
Yes.
You just have to keep doing it and keep doing it.
It's one of the two big rules if you want to be a writer. Read a lot.
Read a lot.
Write a lot.
Write a lot.
You need to consume. Just read a lot of books. They could be the type of book that you're writing. They can be your genre, or they can just be any books, any good books. And then also, you need to write every day.
This is like really similar to what we tell parents here. When parents come here and they say like, what can I do to get my kid to learn English more at home? We say, read. It doesn't have to be reading in English.
Right.
It could be reading in Korean. It's just you're improving your language skill in general.
Right.
And it's gonna improve everything.
That's one of the big concepts from the master's program. We'll jump from books to ESL.
Well, let's hold back. Let's go to ESL in a little bit. Let's stay on books for a little bit.
Well, free voluntary reading is what came out of my master's program.
Okay.
If you do it, you're grades will improve, and your understanding will improve, your vocabulary will improve. So free voluntary reading. It has to just be the student wants to read and reads what they want.
So one of the big things that we try to express to our parents is one of their jobs is to help their kid go through the enormous amount of genres of reading out there to really find what their kid is going to be interested in. And it might be something that they're surprised about. So you just really have to push them through everything.
Yeah, introduce the students to all kinds of genres.
Yeah.
As early as possible.
One of the things that a lot of parents think, and I tend to disagree with them when they say it, is they don't want their kids to be reading things like comic books.
What? No.
Like
definitely read comic books.
Reading is reading.
Yeah, you
right?
can read car magazines. You can read catalogs. You can read short stories. You can read young adult readers. I still read young adult books. It's because that's my interest. That's what I like. Right. So definitely read anything you want and encourage your children to read different kinds of things, but don't stop them. Right. Don't stop your kids from reading.
Right. When they found something, let them go through that phase.
Definitely let them go through that phase.
Right.
Also encourage them to add more stuff, like
right?
Different things.
Right.
But yeah, don't discourage.
Encourage, don't push. It's the worst when parents are like yelling at their kids, do this, do this, do this. Like you got to push them with helping them see what's interesting about it.
Right.
Yeah. So in your experience though, when you first started writing, you were reading just everything?